Dan Vader. The full fat milk that look good, but me not too sure.
We will test it on the Captain Solo.
Bumbo clad, me I got that shit there.
Are you ready for it?
Here comes them black nerds, thrones on with big words. Cakes that makes us all smile. These little songs ever sing a while. Veins kinda like a mastermind. While this one shows up every single time. Yeah, I was your night gonna bring the fight. Case this is Black Nerd Podcast, winning all the fights.
Oh boy, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I think we're back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with my sounds.
I'm about to say we're back, but no sound effects, no clap.
What's going on with my sound effects, man?
That's how you treat us, bro.
I ain't even trying to do like that.
Long weeks.
What's with this disrespect, man? Come on.
Disrespect.
Yeah, man, that's pretty crazy.
He ain't even try to do it himself. Get the clapping. All right, there we go. There we go. Building.
Oh boy, it be your own people. You know, it's Sunday, 6:04 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Man, it is the Black Nerd Podcast. We are officially back on deck and live streaming. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all missed us because we missed you. You know what I'm saying? And we missed our Wednesday episode, but our Thursday episode. Excuse me. I promise y'all, we're going to double up this week because not only did I had a dope rundown from last week, I guarantee there's going to be some new trailers or something that's going to get on my nerves by then. But anyway, I have, two of the greatest guys in the universe, and we're waiting on our queen. We've got Sloan in the building, bro. Wake your ass up. And then I got Fame in the building,
The one who actually just woke up.
Fact.
Welcome back in.
I like that mug you got there, brother. Like that mug you got there.
$15. You can find it right now on bbcmerch.com.
You got damn right. So all you gotta do is hit one of us up. We got some more stuff coming. Jalen is in the building.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late.
I'm good. Hey, I love that. Like that hoodie you got on there, ma'am. That is
thank you. You can find it on bbcmerch.com.
Hello.
Oh, nice.
Looking real nerdy there, lady. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get Sloan a nerdy tank so he can work because he gotta give him like the nerdy tank top. You know? Yeah. To add some. You know what I'm saying? Add that good energy. All right. So what's have you been up to, man? It's been a week. I ain't seen y'all. Jaden will not return my phone calls for shit. So like,
no, it's not.
You got your taxes back, huh?
It's like when I finally am about to call you, it's like really late. And so I'm like, let me not call this late. And then it keeps happening.
Hey, such is life. Because if you had tried to call me late last night or Friday night, I was asleep under intoxication, bro. That liquor had me out.
Love that for you.
You wake up with a drool, the puddle of
drool.
You
say you love that for him? No, we won't do
that. I love that for me. What are you talking about?
We don't love that for him at all. We want him to leave the burr alone.
No.
Yeah, we want you to leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm having a blast right on the back porch, watching The Foundation again from the beginning.
Okay.
All right. I would do that. I would do that if I got drunk one day. I would probably start that over again.
You know what I'm saying?
I watched the wildest movie that I've seen in recent time.
What's it called?
The
movie Honk for Jesus, Save Your Soul.
Oh, never seen it. I've heard of it.
With Regina Hall and Sterling K. Brown.
Yes. I wanted to see that.
That movie, I thought it was going to get better. I kept waiting for the good to happen, and it just did not happen.
That's why I need to watch it.
Yes, you do. It was funny.
Yeah, ain't nothing like a good old Negro train wreck.
Like
You
good old Negro train wreck.
know?
I'm gonna use that now. I'm gonna use that.
Yeah,
Ain't
I think I'm
nothing
gonna
like
use that. Yeah.
it. Ain't
But
nothing like
apparently, it's based on true events. So
mm. This is like going to black funerals and then the people get to fighting physical fights.
no.
Man, the good old black train wreck. That's what a lot of times I go to certain events because I'm here for the good old black train wreck. That's what I'm here for.
Somebody.
Nothing about what's going on. The person is dead and gone. I'm like, good, sad. All right. Two tears go down. But I'm waiting. I'm here for the train wreck. When is this gonna go off the rails? All right.
I get that.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? When I was younger, I'd be like, it's horrible. Why can't we work together? Now I'm like, yeah, baby. Let's do it.
I'm afraid this stream. Galen's over there just like, yeah, I get that. Carry on with all of your boy S today. Yeah. This is gonna be one of those streams I see. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my bad.
Taxes did not hit apparently, so she's going along with just. Yeah, she's going along with just.
The taxes have not hit. They have not
Clearly.
I feel you. But it's coming though. Don't worry about it. Today on the 143rd episode of the Black Nerd Podcast, we'll talk about 90s versus Gen Z gamer experience. You know what I'm saying? The video, this episode explores the generational differences between 90s gamers and Gen Z gamers, focusing on how game design choices have shaped player behavior and the cognitive approaches to gaming. So we not only have that, we've got a ton more coming down the pike, such as the importance of video games on an individual level. The cartels in Mexico are going high tech. When I saw this video, I was like, wait, what? So
I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, we got to bring that to the show. Going to do a little bit of BlurCon announcing, and we may be having a little recap talk a little bit more. We did some of that last week. The origins of the Imperial Walkers in Star Wars. Netflix buys an AI startup. And it's even crazier when you find out who started this startup, and a lot more right here on the Black Nerd Podcast. So if you haven't done so, make sure you sign up on patreon.com/VVC Life. You know what I'm saying? And you can sign up for free, or you can get to the $5 level, the $10 level, the $20 level, and so on and so forth. Every dollar you put up helps us pay for our hosting fees. It helps us pay for the Opus Club. It helps us pay for all types of bills that we accrued.
New socks and lotion.
And maybe some new socks and lotion once we get the bills covered, but it ain't covering it yet, so that's all on hold. The BNP is going on tour. Well, we actually started the tour already. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody. One location on down. So BlurCon last weekend, had a great old time. Next is DreamCon in Houston, Texas, Friday, July the 10th through the 12th. And I have made a small addendum. We still will be going to DragonCon, but I wanted to highlight another Black Con that has recently given us press passes, which is Atlantic Comic Con, Friday, September the 1st through the 2nd in Norfolk, Virginia. We will be down there. I also have spoken to the owner of J1 Con for 2 hours. And there will be a J1 Con this year. The dates will be announced soon. We do have press passes. And I will be announcing BMP's new partnership with J1 Studios and the Black Nerd Podcast. We got some wonderful things coming. So just keep it locked. All right. What else is going on? Baldur's Gate 3 session happens at 8 p.m. tonight. Make sure you tune in at 8 p.m. Baldur's Gate 3 session 25 jumps off. It'll be Fame and I thinking that we were about to finish the game, and we just recently found out that we're only halfway through.
Wow.
We just got that. We're finishing up Act 2, and we're not even finished Act 2. So we probably got about 4 or 5 more things to do in Act 2 before we get to Act 3. What?
How many
What a way
acts?
to bust your bubble, bro.
How many acts total was in the game?
It's just 3. But I
Okay,
found
so
out that most people stopped playing Act 3. They said the game has a dramatic decline and drop off. And well, we're about to find out.
You mean after Act 2? There's a drop off?
Yes, after Act 2, they say Act 3, that act in itself is nothing like Act 1 or 2. It's just, and most people stop. They say 90% of people stop playing Baldur's Gate 3
is crazy.
because Act 3 is just nothing like Act. I'm like, to me, that just sounds, what were you playing for that a game can completely switch and make you say, well, I'm not loading back into this crap. So you guys can find out with us. If not this tonight, if not, because sometimes we be thinking we're going to do something. Next thing you know, we be stuck somewhere for 2 hours.
I mean, it happens. That's what makes it fun.
But
All
fun.
right. It is definitely fun. You tune in.
I do have some bad news before we move forward.
All right.
Really, really, really sad, unfortunate news.
Uh-oh.
If you try to go to one of the best anime sites in the world to watch all anime, it is with great sadness that there was a funeral 2 days ago, as High Anime is now completely shut down. It's one message when you go there. Time to say goodbye and thank you for a wonderful journey with great moments. There is no longer any place to watch all anime in one place anymore. Now you have to pirate it the old ways of finding it on your own or having one of the major streaming platforms like Netflix, Hulu, which, as you know, only have a small, they have 5% of anime inside of their collections, and it ain't it. So hopefully something changes, but as of right now, yeah, there's no way to go. So
Sorry.
I don't know how I'm gonna do my anime watches. I don't know.
Don't you have like Crunchyroll or something like that?
Yeah, you cannot. They have privacy screens now. Everybody has used AI to block you from recording their screens. So,
oh wow,
I'm going to have to find a way around all of those. So.
Interesting.
Yeah, tell me about it.
All right. So, well, with that being said, don't forget Monday Night Co-op Operation Tango. Fame and I will be back online Monday at 9 p.m. Make sure you tap in.
That's a wonderful game.
Everybody voted, so we will be announcing our new game that's supposed to be post Baldur's Gate 3 next week. Because I have to tally up the numbers and figure out what's what, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of artwork for it. So we'll have a little pomp and circumstance. The next is obviously right now there are anime watches with Fame from that he's recorded, and I think there might be a few more coming out, but there are some from the past. If you haven't watched them, go back and watch them now, right on our Patreon exclusively. And then on Fridays, as of last Friday, our guy Fame has taken to the stream waves to play Resident Evil 6.
Yeah, RE6 Requiem. Oh man, that game is so fun. It's so tough. I've been wanting to play, and I'm like, I can't play. I gotta wait till Friday because I don't want to, I don't want to cheat you guys out of the Fame experience. No, I can't do that. Much better live.
All right, so that's enough of me running my jib jab about all of the stuff that we got going on. Let's actually get to the goodness of the show. Let's kick this into high gear. Now, if you're watching right now, I need you to put some flames or something in that chat so that we know we're here, because we want to shout out everybody that's been showing love. So let's get it going. All right, we throwing these up on the screen, and we're gonna get it. Krizak in. Whose main cartel is this?
That's mine. All right.
Go ahead.
So this series is by the same author who made the manga Blam and the manga version of X-Men of Wolverine called Snicket. This is one of his earlier works called Abara. The exact premise of it, I don't know. All I know is that it's dystopian, and like a lot of his series is more, its storytelling is based more in the art style and like the panels. It's like it involves monsters, and the detail of it is just amazing. If you know this guy, his detail is absolutely out of this world. So I wanted to pick it up. I heard that it inspired Chainsaw Man, so I figured it's worth the buy.
Got you. All right. So make sure y'all pick that up right now. We'll have the link inside of the caption, so that way you can enjoy it. Now let me get to the second one. All right. So this is mine. I don't know how I got to be so soon. Okay, so I am in the process of being like fame. So like meaning that I want to do photo shoot with merch, but I also want to kind of intermix the modeling and the cosplaying together. So I've been looking for pieces that I can add to do the photo shoot. And I was like, man, I need weaponry because you can't be a Star Wars character without some kind of weapons. So yeah, so I found this is the Mandalorian. Oh God, what is this called? This is the Mandalorian Amban Phase Pulse Blaster. This is on Amazon. You can for purchase. However, this is a somebody makes this. I forgot what they call it. So this is like a thing. Hold on. Let me read from the website.
That 3D printed?
Yes. Yeah. This is like this is printed from an individual person, and then they mail it to you. The price is $75. It's not crazy expensive, and it's got 28 positive reviews. So some people have purchased it. They seem to be having a good time with it. So yeah, this is definitely
my favorite person. I need to most definitely find out who this prop person is. Yeah.
Word. So yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, man. What were you saying?
I was gonna say it says it like if you click out of the picture, it said it on the right in the center.
Word. All right, you are correct. So let's go to the next one, and then we've got this here. All right. So who wants to take responsibility for this item?
Oh, that is me. I feel like I should be Dr. Ock, and I feel like my eyes should at least match Dr. Ock's status. So scroll down, and I will show you what I have in mind. I already have one of those right now. It's right here on the wall, and it helps me see you guys with multiple, or at least it helps me see the chat. But these things can hook up to 4 to 5 extra monitors to your laptop. Right now, you can get 2 of them for $129. And as soon as I seen that, I was like, "What?" And they're so easy to take on the road. So all my nerdy people into the space of podcasting or just video gaming as well, and needing to have extra screens on deck. Man, this company right here, they're really doing it, really affordable. And there's one more piece that I'll put in a link that we do with all our preciouses. So you make sure you get the right dual link so you can have all your screens hooked up streamlessly without having the trouble of not knowing what you're doing. So I'll make sure you guys got that as well.
That's hard. That's hard. Why you ain't send me that link, bro? Because I needed that. I need that. I need that for the.
I did. I sent it to you so you can put it on the show.
I hit you with a break. All righty then. Last but certainly not least, the queen. All right. Tell us what this is, ma'am.
You know, as the resident cannabis enthusiast of the show, it's self-explanatory, kind of. It is a battery or for cannabis cartridges, and look at that. Like it's giving Sailor Moon, but they can't call it that because I guess licensing things. But yeah,
bro, they're so happy swirling that little thing around.
They're definitely not trying to get
sued. Might be even better than the Harry Potter one, the wand.
Definitely.
So, yep. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, it's just a little bit more dainty, a little smaller.
So if you go on to the website, it's Smile Labs, and it's currently out of stock because it's sold out because people love it that much. It will be restocked by April the 20th. So, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to grab you yours. And I actually think this is a pretty cool website, man. It's a ton of different, like, cool style. What is it? Hookahs, or is it a yeah, that too. So like,
battery.
it's a vape. Got you. All right. So look, we about to go to a commercial. We're gonna come right back, and then we're gonna get to our main topic. So don't go nowhere. It's Black Nerd Podcast.
Hey, baby.
What's up, love?
I need some new clothes.
Didn't your OnlyFans deposit drop yesterday?
Yeah, but I don't know where to start shopping. I want to switch things up. It's getting hot outside.
Did you grab some merch from your 2 favorite podcasts?
OMG! The BNP just dropped their new signature nerdy line. And I've always wanted an indie show shirt. Great idea, baby. You're a genius.
Better go to vvcmerch.com right now. Some of their drops are limited.
vvcmerch.com. I'm on there now. Babe, you want a pickleball set?
The Indie Show is leveling up in 2026 with the help of Aries Lounge Podcast. Our hugely popular segment, Will Be the Judge of That competition, just got a cash infusion. Not only does one lucky artist get an interview, featured artist on our mixtape, playlisted and promoted by The Indie Show, you can now win $100 cash straight to your Cash App or PayPal. Sign up now on theindieshow.co and go to Artist Submissions. Once you fill out the form, we will reach out to announce you're locked in. Don't wait. Sign up now. Slots are limited and the competition is heating up. Finalists will compete on March 31st, 8 p.m. live on The Indie Show, where the winner will receive cash right after their win. You ready? The Indie Show is your new home for indie music that celebrates the indie grind. Theindieshow.co. Sign up now.
Yeah, we back.
I'm definitely getting those Geek Fit slides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super lit.
Bro, you had me in for this mother. Like I was one of the Wayne brothers. I was there. No, he didn't. Ain't no way in hell. My man got, we be right back. Okay. I'm like, no, you didn't. Oh, he didn't.
Talk about what's wrong with that.
Cancel. He get it. Oh, all right. It's gonna work. OnlyFans too. Oh, like, boy.
I was a bit shook when you pulled that card. I'm like, oh, okay. So you pulling that card.
How you know she's not a personal trainer? What, you know what I'm saying? See, y'all, y'all the ones that's villainizing the thing. So like, I ain't got nothing to do with
personal trainer on OnlyFans, saving her sweat to sell. I get it.
Yo, do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do.
Lord, let her taxes come in because she is.
I'm empathizing with others. You know.
Super important. That is such a great trait. See, Jalen is ahead of all of us, man. She knows what she's doing. All right, so we're getting to our main topic today: 90s gaming versus the Gen Z. So let's go watch a video and then give us some perspective so we have something to speak from.
Today on Twitter, I saw this really interesting clip about 90s gamers versus Gen Z gamers. Check it out and let's review.
I'll just explain why 90s kids think differently than Gen Z. The games you played as a kid literally rewired your brain. Here's what changed. Okay. He said children in the 90s played games that forced the brain to fail and try again. Mario, Sonic, Prince of Persia. You had 3 lives, no saves, no hints. When you lost, you learned patience, planning, and frustration tolerance. Today, many games guide kids step by step. Cheat codes. Auto save every 10 seconds and remove real challenge. Tetris, Doom, Quake, Zelda. You had no map, no path arrows. You remembered layouts, patterns, secrets. Scientists now show that these games strengthen the hippocampus, the part of the brain for memory and navigation. Modern games often give glowing lines, GPS arrows, voice assistants. Kids follow instruction instead of figuring out.
Now, you know why this caught my attention? Because it made me think about some of the best games that I played when I was younger that I really enjoyed, but I may not have necessarily beaten. The first one that came to mind, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, the swimming map on the Ninja Turtles game on Nintendo with the bombs and all that. That is one of the hardest things I've ever played, and honestly, I don't remember getting past that map. And then also another game that came to mind was Pit Fighter on Sega Genesis. Some of you guys might not know about that. I was in like the 4th grade when that game was really popular. That game was always really, really hard to beat. I remember playing it tons, but I don't remember beating it. Now, she did mention Zelda, she mentioned Mario, she mentioned Sonic. I believe I beat Sonic 1 and 2. I beat most of the Mario games, definitely the Super Nintendo ones. But it's just funny because, remember, these were the days where you had to turn the game on and beat it from scratch. Like some games might have had save, but that wasn't a regular thing until like PlayStation 1 with the memory card. And so it made me think about, it's a reason that a lot of older gamers play fighting games, because in fighting games, you gotta solve your opponent and beat them. It's not really like a bunch of tips and like, you know, playing for the vibes and stuff like that. And some people may call this toxic gaming, but I just think it's like an identity shift between Gen Z kids versus like 90 kids, because we actually had to beat things and have patience, like she stated, versus like getting tips and stuff. There was like the Game Genie, the Game Shark, codes here and there, but most people didn't pride themselves on having them. In fact, I never met anybody that had an actual Game Genie or a Game Shark.
I had a Game Genie.
So when I saw this clip, it was super interesting because I was thinking, you know what? A lot of older gamers play fighting games, and fighting games is also one of the more smaller niches in the gaming community. And I wonder if that's why, because older players like to solve problems while 90 or Gen Z players want to just beat the game for fun. A lot of times when I'm playing Batman, like on stream, I have to tell people don't solve riddles for me, and they can't believe that I'm having fun just accepting the challenge. And I think that's just the identity shift between Gen Z and the 90s kids. Let me know what you think.
All right. Go ahead, Sloan, baby. It's you, baby. Get on there. Go ahead and get that thing going. Let me put you on a big screen.
I feel like this is it's founded in, I will say it's definitely founded in something. Like, because when in terms of the whole basically, it's more older games being pushing the people to try harder more. But the thing is, I feel like to a certain degree, modern games do that too. You just need to find the right ones. Because like if you go into any Soulsborne game, it's gonna be basic. It's gonna have you actually grind away and actually have you to push you to memorize stuff, push you to have tactics, because you can't just go in there and button mash stuff. That's not even how most games are, kind of thing. Because I feel like from the mid 2000s to like late mid 2000s, it became that for a short period of time with games like Prototype, Infamous, so forth and so on, where the game just lets you shut your brain off and have fun. You were basically the boss of the entire game. But in the recent days, they've cut that off. There's a lot of games where you need a grind, you need to learn tactics, so forth and so on. Like there's this one game I like playing called Immortals of Avion. It's a first-person shooter, but you're a wizard. You're not using a gun, you're actually using different spells, which basically just different forms of energy, so forth and so on. But you need to think about that. You can't just mindlessly just go in and just shoot up the place. You need to understand, okay, what does this crystal do? What upgrades do I need, so forth and so on. But I feel like even those games are kind of less popular, and now it's just pushed for dopamine rush games, which come with the battle royales. And even then, I feel like that still requires people to think, because there's all kinds of different ways, like, oh, animation cancel this, move this way, and so forth and so on. But like, so I don't feel like so I basically say they're right, but not like completely right, if that makes sense.
What's my guy? All right, Jalen.
So I like, okay, so the whole memory thing, like remembering like how paths were or like certain things, I agree with that. Like, because you don't have a map, you just kind of like go off like muscle memory. Hold on.
No problem. All right. Oops, my bad. My bad. Uh-oh. There we are. Hey, Fame, take over real quick while she does her thing.
Okay. So we're going off hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. Bro, let me see. when it comes to what do we talk about? Gen Z, right? We talk about them the Zoomers, those digital babies, right? Compared to what was it? Millennials or Gen X?
Gen Z.
No, Gen Z versus millennials.
Oh, okay. So the 1980s to 2012, 2015. Okay. So Atari babies compared to what was that? PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. The games are extremely different. Gen Z was born into, well, they got the tail end of microtransactions. I believe microtransactions really shifted the culture of video gaming dynamically. Like, okay, we can sell you stuff inside the game after we sell you the game. So I don't really think it was more so about how like wanting to make you guys smarter. It was just more, it was a transactional thing. The guys from the 60s and 90s was like, all right, if we can put this in and it makes a little bit more cash, and we know exactly where these guys stand in Japan inside of their tall towers. If we can put this inside of the game and these people want to buy it, then it'd be more likely that let's move in that direction. They really didn't care about the video games at all. Y'all know how I feel about Sony. Sony execs changed the game. And then Microsoft came and did it even dirtier because, well, that's what Americans do. They was like, oh, it's dirt over there. Oh, let's put some more. So for me, growing up, bro, I used to watch my baby brother cry his eyeball out. Boy, he used to chase me around the house. Stop laughing at me. Stop laughing. I'm like, bro, yo, just grab the bubble. Just grab the bubble. You gonna survive the level in Sonic. Yo, I used to die laughing. My sister too. Playing Mario or no Donkey Kong on Nintendo, climbing up the ladders. She can't get past the Kong throwing the oh my god. It used to bring me so much joy watching these kids get smarter. You know, it's like, yo, if you stop doing that and you find a way to jump, you'll be able to pass the level. Until now, where I watch my baby brother play these new what do we consider those games where it's like you and four people going to a building, you know, the horror games, games like Among Us. Yeah, all of those
games.
Quick games.
People, like those dopamine rush games, like instant gratification.
But you gotta be intelligent. You gotta be smart to actually. I can't say that you gotta be smarter than, you know, the repeated cycle of memory. But now you have to know what the human on the other side of the screen is doing. So you're beating it's not back in our day where you were just going against the actual computer. Most of these games you're going against the actual player that's just as smart as you. And when y'all both tackle the game, it gets even better. That's what makes Dead by Daylight a really dope game for a long time. It's still surviving. Anything that's a player versus player and it's not just shooter, but also some type of puzzle system involved for players to outsmart each other. So, I remember the hard days. My PlayStation 1, my memory card broke in Final Fantasy 6 in a cave against Ultima. And boy, that hurt. That was like 3/4 of the game beat on level 65. You know how much XP it took to get to level 66 and 60. Oh God, I didn't even want to play anymore. And when my game card messed up, that was the death of the game, bro. I cried like my brother cried.
That's
I was
super
punching the air.
That's super. Okay, so let me give my breakdown and then we can I gotta throw a couple questions at y'all. So from my perspective, I understand what the lady is saying in the video. I have a feeling that those ladies aren't really gamers. I feel like they are parents that are observing their children kind of from a distance and kind of making observations based on, you know, when I was young, it was like this, and when they was this, that, which is totally cool. Like I ain't knocking or hating on none of that. However, the one thing I really want everybody to remember is, number one, we're in a time period where there's so much more variety of games. Like, and that was something that I was like, I hear what y'all saying, but there's so much variety and choice in gaming to where, yo, if you want something that's going to test your brain and complicate it and in depth, they've got plenty of that. they have whole genres based around it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You've got murder mysteries, you've got action, you've got like literally me and Fame have been spending hours discussing what's the next game we're gonna get. Oh man, this is too strategic. All right, Jay, this is gonna be too boring for you. Oh, all right, well, I don't want to do this because I don't want to have to build the entire world so I can play in it, or you know what I mean. So there's like there's a lot of variety. Are the most popular games potentially very child friendly and assumes that a child needs assistance versus putting them in a space where they can figure it out on their own? Maybe. But I also would like to say that now that you create these games that are more realistic, like, all right, I had a problem with Star Wars. I forgot what it was. It was Star Wars something. And you're like this Jedi lost in the universe or whatever. You're trying to figure your way around. First of all, the game is almost 3-dimensional. So a lot of times I don't know what's something I can climb on or what's an area I can walk into and what, because it all looks real. And it goes from, and the game constantly is moving from 2D to 3D. So like sometimes you're running sideways like a side scroller. Then sometimes it breaks out to some big long thing. So like sometimes even with somebody like me, I'm like, yo, I need a little bit of assistance because I don't know what's be going on. Like back in the day, like, yo, it was Mario Brothers, bro. You was either side scrolling or you was top down on it. There was not, it wasn't a whole lot of, changing of the angles and this and that and the third. So like, you know what I mean? And lastly, I will say that our parents didn't want us playing video games all the time. They brought us the game systems, but they really kind of regulated how much time, like they literally would kick us out. I mean, my mom would kick me out of the house. Hey, go outside, go play, go find your friends, go do something. And we would game like, all right, so say if my homeboys came over, we would play Street Fighter or whatever. And even then we could play all afternoon, but sometimes we had other stuff. The game wasn't our primary everything. Nope. I would say these younger kids, the parents push them into the video games because they think, hey, I can keep them in the house. I can keep them safe. I can keep them from getting too rowdy. This will be the thing. It becomes the primary piece of their attention. It's on their phone, it's on their tablet, and it's on their desktop or game system or whatever. So they are glued to it all day, every day. So it's a lot of control. So it's just a different world. I honestly feel like you should not be looking at video games to build your cognitive anything. You should not be looking at video games as the backbone of your learning ability. Yes, it can help. I'm not saying that it can't. However, when you start going, well, I learned from these video games and I ain't learning from these games, it's like, well, if you want to learn, get games that put you in a position to learn. That's the point I'm making. There's tons of options.
I think the point wasn't like that it was the primary source of like brain, strengthening or anything like that. But, it's always a plus when these games can like help your ability to problem solve, like without you even thinking about it or without you just passively just playing. I think that it's easier than like specifically telling a kid, because kids aren't, if you tell them like, oh, this is going to help your brain, exercise your brain, they're going to be like, I'm good. Or they might like it, but it's just, that's not what they're, obviously, like you said, not what they're playing the game for. But the fact that it's able to do that without you even trying, I think that was the point. Like, okay, without us even trying, you're, exercise, every muscle has to be exercised and your brain is no different. And now I can say what I was going to say before, I think that like there's pros and cons. We all have like different struggles, right? Like we had the memory card struggle or before the memory card struggle, but then we could play games without Wi-Fi. A lot of these games, and there are some games you can play without Wi-Fi, but not a lot. Most of them you can't. And so don't let the Wi-Fi go out and then you're in the middle of a game and then you lose everything. It's just, that's a whole nother struggle in itself that we didn't really have to deal with. So it's pros and cons.
Another point I do want to bring up is the fact that there are, like, back in the day, they didn't have games like Minecraft, Ark Survival, so forth and so on. I feel like that's another thing that separates the previous generation from our generation, because Gen Z loves to play games like that, like Minecraft, and that game has you be more intuitive with a lot of this stuff. They teach you how to craft, and some of this stuff you can actually take into real life. You know what I mean? Like, and not exactly everything, but just an idea of it, so forth and so on. Like, even then, like how we see all the creative things that kids have been doing on Minecraft, all the sculptures they make, all the paintings they make. Some people have even learned to mimic actual art pieces in Minecraft, making a Starry Night in Minecraft, making the Mona Lisa in Minecraft, so forth and so on.
Whole city in Minecraft,
and they find a way to mod it too, to make things even more creative. That's Gen Z doing it. Is not saying y'all haven't, people from your generation haven't done it, but there's a lot of these mods for these most recent games are members of Gen Z doing this kind of thing. You know, so that's
I don't know. It's a lot of millennials. I hate it. A lot of millennials that be putting together these masterpieces in Minecraft. I'm just.
That's a fact.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Okay.
I want to give a shout out to DJ Pell. He's in the chat, man. What's going on, my brother? All right. And shout out to Champagne. That's our family right there. She about to graduate and get her master's degree, man.
Congratulations.
Walking across the stage. You know what I'm saying? Real nerds. You know what I'm saying? One of the real damn nerds. My G. That's my G right there. So we're going to be celebrating with her in May. Well, I'll be at the, graduation dinner, etc., etc. We love y'all. We love you, and we want you guys to keep growing. Now, I hope I don't mess up your name. Kadukan. That too. There are a bunch of crazy, thought-provoking games out there that don't even have to break the bank. Coming from someone who has a backlog that's in the 300s. Yo, okay, I agree. Do me a favor. Can you throw like 3-4 games out there that you feel like are thought-provoking? I think that's super cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And of course, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. So, all right. So this is the thought I want to throw at. Do you feel like, oh, I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry, Sloan. P4 and 3.
Pandemonia.
Yeah, shout out to Pandemonia. You know what I'm saying? She's in the chat. Do you have any particular? Do y'all feel like? Okay, do we feel like the video games of the 80s and the early 90s were meant to be that way? Do you feel like that was their intention for it to be? You know what I'm saying? And you think so?
Yeah. Because if you look at the guys that created them, if you watch some of their stories, like I have, I don't see how you don't think that those guys were intentionally trying to make great games that was going to work the brain. They wanted their games to be challenging. They wanted them to be thought-provoking. They wanted to tell stories through their games. They were all intentional for the masses to just take a look inside. So I'll keep it quick and sweet. Yes, I do believe they created those games. That's why I create games, because I want you guys to experience something that you're not going to get from other video games. And I want you to think about it. I want you to come in here to problem solve the same way I was allowed through my favorite creators to problem solve and make my way out. And I didn't realize it was going to help me later in life, but that wasn't the point. It was all to make sure that you were using your brain and getting smarter.
Okay. You about to say something, Sloan?
Yes, I feel like, because I do agree with Fame, but I feel like it's simply down, not in the sense. I feel like it's in the sense of those games were made to be that way, but not in the sense of they went into that with the idea of, okay, let's make this game a game where people need to think. I feel like the basis of it is let's have fun. Games were made to have fun, and what is a game, and how do you make a game fun? You, for the most part, unless the point is to be outrageously easy like Saint Row, the point is for it to be engaging. So I feel like the basis of it, with their whole thought, with at that point in time, the gaming industry trying to make something that's fun, make something that sticks with people, they inevitably made it like that, almost like instinctually, not with the conscious thought of, you see what I mean? Like not consciously saying, let's make it hard, let's make it interactive. They just said, let's make it fun. And along the way, that came about. So.
I think that they wanted to make it challenging, but I don't think that they were like, oh, let's think of something that's going to strengthen the hippocampus, or
right.
That sounds like that.
AKA Soulsborne games.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, let's pivot to some fun stuff. All right, we done had the main topic. Well, let's move on because I want to talk about some games outside of that. Let's do it. All right. Man, I can't wait to show y'all what I dug up.
One among millions.
What was that clapping? What's happening? Hey, yo. Oh, no.
Tiny, determined, and ridiculously optimistic. They dream of purpose. But it will not be easy. Where millions perished, you become.
This is a real game. This is not a joke. This is a real game. So, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I had to turn away for a second.
I sent you my reaction in the chat. Words can't describe
it. Hey, Sloan, partway through, I put my face down because I was like, wait. What if they show you? No, they might show too much. No, I couldn't take any chances, bruh. I know where it come from. I didn't want to see it coming out of it. I was like, nah, no, sir.
I don't want to.
No, sir. No,
sir.
This is a wild game. It really caught me off guard. I heard the start of it. I was just like, And then you hear the moans. I'm like, whoa, no.
So this reminds me of, I don't know if you guys have seen this. I had to watch it in health class. It was like a short film called The Great Sperm Race.
The Great Sperm Race.
I really need you guys to, like, whenever you guys get a chance, it's not long at all. You have to watch it because it's actually hilarious. And it shows, like, the people as sperms. So, like, and it's like a bunch of people and they're, like, racing. And, of course, most of them don't make it to the egg. So it just shows, like, all the obstacles that they have to go through to get to the egg, to fertilize it.
That's pretty much what this game is. It puts you in the driver's seat. As for no other words to think of. All right. So Kadukin said, as some options that I recently started getting into, if you're looking for something thought-provoking, Blueprints, Absolum, and Core Keeper. Okay, all right.
Absolum.
Champagne was highly entertained by our sperm game. Okay, shout out to you. And Instacop. I'm platinuming this game. Shout out to you, bro.
Can you imagine as a kid, your parents walking into your room? Oh man, that's one game you just can't. Yeah. How many times have you restarted this game?
Everybody loves this game, baby. All right, let's get on to our next one.
Out of half and half.
You can only do an exchange.
No, breadsticks are extra.
I'm sorry, ma'am. That's our policy.
Christmas music.
I don't know. Only thing I can tell you is this trailer is for a game called Karen. It's a game where you play as a Karen and destroy a shopping mall.
Yo, the haircut.
I was just about to say they even remembered the haircut.
Yo,
how red she is, like
super
so irate.
She is so upset.
Well, first of all, I love the physics of the game. I love games like that Fall Guy physics. I'm playing this game. I'm getting it. I can finally be the final boss. Yeah, I'm getting the game. Yeah.
He said I could finally be the final boss.
Yeah, who doesn't want to have white privilege for the moment?
I don't know why they
I might order the wig from Amazon so I can stream the game and play it. Yeah.
Because if somebody black did that, they would have gotten shot.
I finally get to live my lifelong dream.
Wouldn't that just be GTA technically?
Yeah, technically. Champagne says this seems to be therapeutic. You might be right on that one.
Super.
The final boss should be the manager.
She gets it.
The final boss should be a black woman. No, we don't want that because if she beats the black woman, then we're gonna riot. So yeah, let's not. Yeah. Kadukin says, yeah.
They knew better.
Yeah, leave black people out of this game. Like, yo, we do not want no part. We'll play it, but we don't want to be a part of it. All right, let's jump into the next thing.
15th century medieval guard working the front gate protecting the Lord's castle. Hello, friends. We're in the first, and this is Gate Guard Simulator. Back in the medieval era, they didn't have the luxuries of metal detectors. So it's your job to make sure absolutely no contraband gets anywhere near your castle. But it won't be that easy. The villagers around you are sneaky, conniving, and think they can actually sneak one by you. But it's your decision to play it straight and enforce the kingdom's laws, or bend them a little if the right incentive shows up. It's a goofy medieval simulator that doesn't take itself too seriously. So if you ever wanted to experience the life way back when, make sure to keep this one on your radar. Send this to a friend who would definitely take a bribe. Follow us for more games you've probably never heard of.
So this game is for me because I take bribes.
Yeah. I've never played one of these games. I have my VR, but I still have not brought any of these games yet. I think this might actually be the first one.
My sister would love this game. This is some of that wacky niche stuff that she loves.
I think your sister is a control freak. Every game that you in is all about her controlling access or some kind of thing. Like, okay, all right.
I plead the fifth.
What about you, Jalen? What do you think about this?
It seems cool. I would try it.
I want to see if Champagne and them is going to like it. Pandemonia or Panformonia, or what would you play this? Kadukin, is this? I just need to know. Is this on y'all cop list? You know what I mean? But anyway, Fame, we all on the same page. Now, this last one I specifically got for Fame today because I'm thinking this is up his alley. I'm thinking.
Want a game where you basically play as a member of an SCP mobile task force? This is the game for you. This is a 1 to 4 player co-op open world game where you play as a special operations team, searching for and containing paranormal anomalies in a world that's just been torn apart by nuclear war. But this isn't your typical co-op shooter. You can swap your consciousness between artificial bodies mid-combat to scout, distract, or flank. And the whole game is built around improvising your approach to every encounter. Not only that, it's set in an open world with dynamic events, different factions of NPCs, exploration that rewards you with hidden stashes and secrets. But things get even crazier, as some anomalies can literally take you through the fabric of space and time, with monstrous entities that can take any form, surprising you at any moment. To me, that's why this game is so exciting. The setting basically lets the devs be creative and have you walk through doors that can lead literally anywhere. I'm Biff, and I find unique games for you to check out every day. This is Phantom Line. You can check it out on Steam and keep an eye out for any playtests.
Looks like fun, but it definitely looks like it will give me so much anxiety.
Yeah, that's the type of
take all my money. Me and my friends will play the heck out of this game.
Okay. I like that. I ain't know we on the same page.
Now, Jay, would you play it?
Hell no. It looks scary. We got monsters, trying to type. I'm cool. I'm all right. As a fan of Quarantine Zone, I would get this game. Okay. And I think it's fun. Okay. And so open world SCP, I'm with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Oh, SCP getting an anime, by the way. I forgot to mention that.
What's SCP?
You don't know what SCP is, bro?
No.
Oh man. Oh man, it's ooh, man, how do I describe it? It's basically a gigantic online web series that anyone can contribute to. And there's basically this organization called the SCP Foundation, and basically all kind of preternatural anomalies take place. It could be as little as, oh, this cup can transmute anything you put in it to anything you want, to, oh yeah, there's eldritch beings beyond our understanding, and we're holding it together with spit grit and a whole lot of duct tape. And it's like, so the world could end at any moment. And they're like, yeah, pretty much, because we don't know what to do, kind of thing. There's an entire playlist of this stuff on YouTube. You should definitely check it out. You'll like it. Wait, no, you kind of soft serve, so I'm not sure because it could get kind of scary. I know Jay will like it.
I'll give it a shot. If I see something scary, I'll leave. But we'll at least give it a shot. All right, let's get into some mystery business.
Riddle me this, Batman.
Let's go.
How many seconds are in a year?
It's like, this is not even a riddle no more. This is just a straight question. Like,
this is too easy. This is way too simple. She's trapped us.
I can tell you right now with all confidence in the world that I have no idea how many seconds there are in a year. So, how many? All the seconds? Can we say all the seconds are in a year?
All the seconds are in a year?
Yeah, all the seconds are in a year.
How many seconds are in a year? How many?
Can we get a clue?
Wait, is this an exact calculation, or is this like a?
It's a number. It is a number. That is the clue.
All right, that's crazy. All right, how many seconds are in a year? And then there's an exact number. I don't even know why she chose this question, because like there's no way for me to. I don't know. Like, and the only way for me to find out is to look it up, and I'm trying not to cheat. But that's the only way I'm figuring this out.
So 365 days in a year, right?
Yeah.
24 hours in a day. What did I think? I knew the seconds of the day or something.
60 minutes in an hour.
Okay, there we go. We can start at that 60 minutes an hour. Okay.
60 seconds in a minute.
Okay.
So 60 times 60 times what?
What are we doing here? How are you doing that math?
Wait a minute. All right. So 60 seconds in a minute. So 60 minutes in an hour. So 60 times 60 is 1,200. I'm assuming. So 1,200 seconds in a day. Wait a minute, 12,000 or 120,000 seconds? I don't know.
60 minutes.
All right. Can I use a
3,600 seconds?
Yeah. All right. You know what? Screw you guys.
60 minutes. 60 minutes is 3,600 seconds. 3,600 seconds.
Right.
There we go.
Right.
That's 1 hour.
I feel it's the exact number of seconds in a year, but I don't think it's the answer.
All right. So, and then this is times 24. So 3,600 times 24 equals 86. And then 52 of them things. Shit, I just fucked up. All right. So let me do
So 3,600 times 24 is the first number we need.
60 times 60. Okay, now we got an hour, and then we do that by 24 hours in a day. All right, that's 86,400 seconds. And then we multiply that times 52 because it's 52 weeks in a year. And it brings us to 4,492,800 seconds in a year.
Hold on, that don't sound right. What was
that
it?
don't sound right either.
What was it?
4,492,800.
No. What was the seconds in a and you did the seconds for the day. How many seconds is in a day?
I'm about to. All right, we'll redo that. All right, that's in a minute.
Say 84 or 86.
24 It's 86,400. And I multiply that by 365 equals 31,536,000 seconds.
No.
30,536,000 seconds. We did the math. This is the math calculator.
But this is
That's not the answer to the riddle.
But this is a riddle. This is a riddle. This is a math.
4E plus 7.
How many seconds are in a year? None.
None? No, it's not none.
Is it an actual number?
Yes, it is an actual number.
And the chat, y'all being quiet as all get out. Bro.
They out there like us.
They don't have the answers, Slay.
They out there like us. They like, I'm not touching that thing.
I needed somebody to save me right now. God damn. How many seconds in a year? All right. Well, we're gonna marinate on that for a while, and then we'll come back.
It's light.
Oh, so please tell me. Please tell me what the answer is.
To say you got it after it is nuts.
Bro, I don't even like the way he said that.
I want somebody to get it.
Yeah, that's super crazy. All right, well, if y'all get it in the chat, let me see what else that person.
Oh, he did get it.
12.
January 2nd, February 2nd, March 2nd.
You see, I knew it. It wasn't literal. It wasn't literal. Goodness. We took it.
Okay.
We took it too deep.
Yeah, we took it too deep. Took it too deep.
Yo,
get rid of him. Get rid of him. Had that man on his calculator like he did.
I'm like, dang, nobody got it.
Had that man on his calculator. He's doing big math too. 31,536,100 seconds. Big math.
I hate y'all.
I love that you guys are using your big brains. Go ahead, kiss your brain for me.
Boy, y'all got me so pissed off right now, boy. I thought that you music. I swear to God, I hit you with something. Oh Lord. All right, yo. Fame sent this to the group. He sent this to me and said we have to play this today on the show.
Review of Earth. Let's get into it.
Your character spawns in with no memory until 4 to 6 years later, and you don't get to pick the level you play at, so your character can randomly start at one of the hardest levels where the other players want you out for no reason. The boss battles are unbeatable because the antagonists are using cheats and then spamming GG Easy in the chat afterwards, but you can't use those same cheats because the servers will ban you. The supplies you need to make your character stronger requires too much in-game currency, and even if you purchase, the products are made cheaply, so as time goes on, you're giving more for less. The antagonists overwork most of the characters to turn them into NPCs who only talk about their jobs or lack thereof because they were brainwashed to believe they are only valuable depending on their statuses. And the map you spawn into is uncontrollably being destroyed by the antagonist, and there's nothing the characters can do about it.
There is one good thing about this game, and it's that some of the players are trying to help you win.
The enemies are consistently trying to make all the players feel worthless, and yet some of the characters will still teabag in the boss battles. They don't play how the antagonists want them to play. They play the way they want to. So put on some cute cosmetics, keep having hope, and emoting. At least that's what my character wants. You just have to find out what your character wants. But they don't want you to know that.
Whoa.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
I love whatever's wrong with her.
Oh, don't we? Don't we?
I love whatever is wrong with her.
Drugs.
It's not drugs. She has so many key points. You know how brilliant that lady is
Can
right
we
there.
please put Pandemonia's comment on the screen? because just imagine.
He's having a ball. I meant to go follow her page after watching that too. I messed up. I'm gonna have to find her again.
Yeah, please do.
Oh,
Yeah.
I DM'd it. That's right.
Now, was she talking about a specific game or just games?
No. She's talking about
life.
you loading in as a baby, and then 4 to 6 years later, you finally get a memory that you can remember things and
The
this
game
is
of
you.
life.
The game of life.
No.
So you have to watch it
makes more
again.
sense.
It is
So much more sense.
nothing but
Okay.
facts on facts on. It's amazing. It's dope. She did a good job. Apparently, she got a longer version of that. So
Yeah, it's just endless hours of screaming. That's what the long version is.
Speaking of more real life,
talking about the AI arms race between the US and China. But there's another tech race that's happening deep in the shadows because the US is also in a tech arm race with the narco drug cartels. And honestly, some of the tech that they've come out with looks like it's coming out of a robotics lab out of Carnegie Mellon. I mean, for years, people joke about those narco subs, these leaky fiberglass boats that could barely cross the ocean. But something's definitely changed over the last few years. These things have evolved from desperate smuggling vehicles into autonomous marine drones. And one of the biggest breakthroughs has been Starlink. Now, Starlink was kind of designed for digital nomads who wanted to have internet anywhere. And then more recently, it's been democratizing connectivity to the rest of the world. And so cartels, being resourceful, realized that they can use it for something else. They've been mounting Starlink terminals onto these vessels, and suddenly they can pilot these subs from anywhere in the world. And so what was built for remote internet access is now powering long-range drone piloting across the ocean. And these subs often have dual cameras, one facing forward toward the navigation and another one facing inside toward the engine bay. And so remote operators can actually perform diagnostics in mid-voyage. It's basically first-person view piloting, but for submarines. And a lot of the tech here is coming from the startup ecosystem. I mean, take obstacle avoidance technology, for instance. I mean, startups have been using it so those delivery drones don't bump into someone on their way to dropping off a burrito. But cartels are using that same technology to avoid sonar detection and bumping into reefs when they're at sea. Or take swarm technology. I mean, in the startup world, swarm technology is for powering like those drone light shows or for like dual use purposes on the battlefield. But cartels are using that same technology to overwhelm law enforcement. Because now, instead of one massive shipment, they send dozens of these smaller autonomous systems at once. So if you catch like 5 of them, 20 of them still get through. And then there's AI computer vision. In the startup world, we see all the autonomous vehicles using it to like recognize streetlights, pedestrians, and see the road conditions. Cartels are using that same computer vision to recognize the difference between a wave and a patrol boat right in the middle of the ocean. So at this point, cartels aren't just smugglers. They're essentially running shadow robotics programs. And they're pulling technology from the same ecosystems as powering startups, drones, and autonomous vehicles. Which means that the next tech arms race isn't just happening between Washington and Beijing. It's happening in the shadows, like deep tech. And this is happening between governments and narco engineers. And they're pumping out autonomous submarines somewhere deep in the jungle. Fascinating, but scary.
So the cartel is Ubering themselves drugs.
So if we think about it, drug traffickers have always been ahead of their time. If we think back to like the war on drugs and like the CIA and them like, come on.
Who is
Like
making
the
this
narcos.
episode?
Got dope
Sorry.
like Pablo. Cut throat like Pablo. Chop trees with Drake.
Anything but helping them, and just anything to but making life easy for the average person. Just anything. It's like all that energy. Maybe Sophia would have got back with your behind.
Maybe Sophia would have came back. But they're
Big
using
maybe.
other people's ability to do good and figuring out, well, what else can we do that will work in our favor too. So thank you
The
guys.
government does that already. So
But the government is the narcos. So
yeah, well, exactly.
What? Wait.
straight out the jungle. Yeah.
Let's move on.
Just bought
Ben Affleck's secret AI startup for a reported mid-8-figure payout. While the world was watching him defend human creativity on podcasts 6 weeks ago, he was quietly building the engine that's about to automate the most expensive parts of Hollywood. This is the real reason Netflix just walked away from that $83 billion Warner Brothers merger. They realized they don't need to buy an old studio's library if they own the technology that makes new content 10 times cheaper to produce. Here's what no one's telling you. Affleck's company, Inner Positive, isn't a prompt-to-video tool like Sora. It's production-aware. He founded it in stealth back in 2022 and spent years filming proprietary data on a private soundstage just to teach AI the visual logic of a real set. This elite team of 16 people built a system that trains a new model on every single day's dailies. It allows directors to relight a scene after wrap or recover a missing shot that is mathematically indistinguishable from what was filmed. The trajectory suggests this move could save Netflix up to $750 million a year by slashing the technical headcount in post-production. With Affleck as a senior advisor, we're entering the era of the hybrid original, 60% human vision and 40% AI-refined execution. We struck for 2 years to save the actors, but who's saving the VFX crews? Hollywood isn't stopping AI, it's just racing to own the license. You tell me, is this the future of film or just the end of the craft?
It's good but bad.
I mean, what makes it? Why you say that's bad?
People who literally create visual effects for a living. I mean, look at the whole entire Lucas film department. I mean, what are you saying? Why? That's why I think it's bad. If you have AI, if you have room for people not to be creative anymore, then I mean, they're still going to be creative. But if you're going to take their paycheck away, you're really going to hurt their ability to want to be creative. If you just give the AI the ability to go ahead and, oh, you guys, that whole department is that. And we know how much Lucas' team was making on special effects. So we talking about gutting $1 billion department, literally, and here you guys go. Oh, we don't have to reshoot the scene. We got it from here. We can literally just do it all over again. Yes, it's a good thing. It's going to save us some money, but gutting the whole entire department overnight, because these things ain't taking us 20 to 30 years. Disneyland, when you sent me that video, look how long it took to build Disneyland. That's not happening here. They're literally gutting things by 3 to 4 months. Everything is being gutted. The whole industries are being replaced, and people, certain jobs like this ain't like how we're talking about, oh, publishers ain't got to worry about none. We can still make human experience books. Ain't nobody gonna read no AI slop book. Some people are. Some people are gonna watch it. But this ain't got nothing to do with, this is that immediate. This is right now. And the second they get it online and Lucasfilm don't have to pay thousands of people to come in and now do the sound portion, now do the special effects portion, now had to do all of the ray tracing to get it all in, ain't gotta do the recapping of the backgrounds, ain't gotta, man, it's overnight now. Them whole departments are white, straight Noah's blood on them. 40 days. 40 days.
So, as Fame has just given you the doom and gloom perspective, I feel like it's all positive. Lowering production costs means that now we can reallocate money to different departments to increase production for more things. So instead of me having to spend 10 or 20 million just on effects, now I can finance more films. Like I can now give other genres opportunities. If it's not a film that needs VX, that's now this money can be given to them. Like lowering the cost of creating something great doesn't mean we stop making films. It just means that now we invest money into more stuff, more TV series, more films. And yes, look, with this AI boom, we already know it's a given that massive amounts of jobs will be lost. However, it does free up things for new things to happen. And yes, there will be people that will enjoy all AI created content, but there's still going to be a huge need for real life actors and actresses, reality shows and all of that, because that's how we humans like it. We like being around real people the same way as you got AI music. Bro, I fell in love with this AI Jesus thing that I just saw the other day. I was like, it's super dope. But that don't mean I'm still not going to go buy tickets and go see a real concert if I want to go see some real music. So like I get what you're saying. I understand your fear. However, I think this is really great. You know what I'm saying? From a business and hey, we got more money to invest perspective.
Listen, you can talk shit about video games all you want, but you really don't understand. This is literally keeping fuckers alive. Like, you don't understand. It is all some people have. I can't tell you. I can't tell you how playing Red Dead Redemption 2 through COVID, almost dying of COVID, and losing my mama to COVID, like, literally kept me alive. I can't stress it enough. So before you dog people for gaming, for you dog people for online communities, understand this shit keeps people here. And that's the reason I do this streaming and do this mental health stuff and, you know, try to create a space and a place for people to just come and just chill, man. Just like talk about your issues if you want to. If not, man, just shut your brain off. Just relax. Just hang out and watch it.
You know, I wanted to put this one on this particular episode because of the main topic we were talking about and how I feel like, man, that there are, number one, I am guilty of being the person that would just be on niggas that game all of the time. And it's definitely interesting to see a different perspective about how there are some people that live very lonely lives, some people that are very disconnected. They have very remote jobs or jobs that require them to be in certain space or physical disabilities or not having the ability to move around. You know, there are any number of things in how gaming and online activity is sometimes you know, the only thing somebody has to keep them, you know, just in a space, you know. And I was like, wow, that's super deep. And as much as we want to super analyze early in the show about, you know, what a game is about and is it doing this or is it accomplishing that, at the end of the day, you've got variety, we've got choices, and I think that video games are essential. But just like anything, too much of anything can be a bad thing. But, you know, shout out to that dude for bringing something to the table. I thought that was dope. Anybody want to jump in and say something?
I just want to say, you know, people might think that other people's outlets, whatever they may be, it might be stupid or a waste of time, but you just don't know what people are dealing with. And how that is helping them cope.
Very true. All right. Go ahead, Sloan.
I would, just from a different perspective too, besides from it just keeping people alive and giving them some enjoyment in their life, I feel like depending on what game you're kind of playing, it could also teach lessons too. Like, for example, like one game that I feel like really kind of hammers this home would be the Dishonored series, maybe Infamous, but I feel like Dishonored does it way better due to how complex the system is. But like, have any of you played Dishonored?
Yeah.
Oh.
1 and 2.
Have you JS?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'll briefly explain the game. I'll briefly explain what makes the game unique. So basically, it's a first-person whale punk perspective game, right? But the thing that makes it stand out from other games is the fact that it is heavily dependent on your moral choices in the game. And I mean, like, whether you let someone, like your target live or die, how you find your target, how you handle whatever mission you're handling, whether or not you kill your common enemy or not, and how you do so, and so forth and so on. So there's a meter called high chaos or low chaos. So for like and here's the thing. The easiest way to go about the game is to go through it and kill anyone in your path. You kill the guards. The way you find certain targets, you kill people. You just cut off people until you find that one person. And at the end, you kill whoever's at the end. But along that path, because there's a thing called the rat plague going on, and basically the more dead bodies there is, the more the plague spreads, and it even turns people into zombie-like entities, kind of stuff. So if you just mindlessly focus on your own emotions, on your own revenge, you will sink the city deeper into more of a pit, right? Meanwhile, if you're more mindful, it's like, okay, let me take a stealthy approach. Let me actually think about it. Let me debilitate my opponents. Let me knock them out. Let me drag them away. Because it's simple to kill them, and once you kill them, they disintegrate. It's not hard. It's not simple to knock them out and drag them away, kind of thing.
Right.
And even then, like even the dialogue, people will look at you like a different light. It's like you went through everyone. You're a monster. I'm not with you, and I'm not rocking with you. I'm not helping you. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you get caught, kind of thing. So I feel like it, depending on the game you're playing, it can also help teach life lessons on like morality and whether or not you should be guided by your emotions or be guided by actual sense and decency. So sorry for rambling.
No. You good. You're making me want to play that game. Go ahead, Jalen.
No, I was just saying that was a good point.
All right. So Karukin said, as someone who has been gaming all his life, this stuff keeps me sane. Not just alive. It's one of the reasons why I do content myself, because I want to make games myself and so on. Shout out to you for that. But that's media in general for me, honestly, comics, movies, anime, etc., etc. Shout out to you, my brother.
I don't even have to speak on it. You can said it perfectly.
Yeah, for sure. All right, let's get into some BlurCon business. All right, let me do this because I don't want our video to get hammered. So this is BlurCon announcing what the theme of 2027 is. This was on the big screen at BlurCon that dropped on Sunday. We were not there, but I wanted to have the ability to show you guys here. BlurCon presents 2027. The whole bunch of wrestling looking stuff. Come on, drop it so we can see the 10th. Oh, and it's the 10th annual BlurCon. So they're going with a wrestling theme, and the theme is, what is it, SmackDown or something like that? I can't remember. It's coming up on the screen now. It's just taking. There you go. BlurCon Slam.
Good. I could take my belt next year.
Yes. So I
know the artist who did those characters, by the way, real quick. I mean, not I know him, but I've seen.
Okay. Cool. All right. Redman left a message for con goers.
Yo, Redman in the building, of course. Shout out to BlurCon. I had a great time. Shout out to all my kings and queens and my young kings and queens that pulled up to the booth, showing me that love. I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Yo, BlurCon is a perfect example of how our culture should be at an event. It wasn't nobody judging. It wasn't nobody fighting. Everyone was free and having a good time. It was the best time I ever had at an event like that. So shout out to the BlurCon staff. Shout out to all the people that pulled up. It was lit. And anytime y'all want me back, I'm back there. Big facts. Yo, BlurCon. Black nerds in the building, baby.
I am very, very proud to see something like that. I am not a part of BlurCon in no kind of way. I don't get paid from them. They don't even give us two shits. They give us 3 passes a year and that's it. But
that's a blessing.
And it's a blessing, and we're very grateful for that. But the thing I am super proud of is the culture of the Black nerd is spreading in a positive way, and that this is the beginning of the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? Starting to embrace it and to respect it. It's one thing to embrace it and be like, oh, yeah, that's my retarded little cousin or my smart little cousin, and get to the place
that's
where
what they used to call me.
Yeah, but I love to see that, man. Like I definitely am confident that blur culture will take over the world, man, at some point. You know what I'm saying? Well, I already have proven time and time again that blur culture has taken over everything anyway. We've taken over fashion because Pharrell's in there. You know, Kanye West keep getting himself in trouble doing all type of stuff, but he ain't nothing but a nerd, even though he act like he not. You know what I mean? So it's like, to me, there's always Black nerds at the forefront of everything. And this is just adding another dimension to it and making sure that our community can be proud and happy and a part of things. So, anybody want to talk about? Is there anything we didn't talk about from BlurredCon? I got one or two things that I want to throw out there, but I wanted to give the team an opportunity to speak if there was anything in particular that you thought was special or fun or unique this year.
Being that it was my first year there, so I really can't speak, the uniqueness of it. But compared to the other cons I went to, I was expecting BlurredCon to be on kind of like this level, but actually being there, it was one point you had went and sat in the car because you're old and your knees are bad. But we had walked back through the door, and every floor had people leaning over and just looking, and it's just this surrounding wall of beautiful Black people, happy, smiling, going up and down the escalators. Nobody really mean mugging unless their character was, they was cosplaying it. And it was one of those moments I had where it's like, yo, I will never, ever miss one of these events. I will never pass up an opportunity to come around my people again like this, in this capacity, and just appreciate them, appreciating me, appreciating our culture. Like, yeah, everything else, me, I was doing my vendor thing. So I was walking around collecting people's phone numbers, getting their emails. So I've been texting people all week just so I can link in. Yeah, that was it for me. I loved it.
Okay. What about you, Jalen?
Honestly, it was everything I expected and more. Actually, it was way more than what I expected. And like, to Fame's point about like all the beautiful Black people, I think my first time like feeling like I'm from Detroit, a very Black city. I've gone to the schools where like everybody's Black, everybody looks like me. Went to a HBCU. So, I've been around Blackness for a very long time, obviously. But like my first time like really saying like, oh my gosh, look at all of these beautiful Black people was like my first homecoming at Hampton. And like this gave me that feeling that I had my very first homecoming. It was like just like seeing so many, like you said, so many beautiful people, just the vibe was just everything. It was like family. It was just amazing, an amazing time. I had so much fun.
Word. Something that I always find super disappointing is knowing how hard it is for our community to. It's like, all right, so I knew that it was like me convincing Fame to go to BlurredCon was not hard, but getting him to actually do the action of get in the car and come and be there was the harder part. But I knew with all confidence that I said, once Fame sees this, and I've told him that for years before he came, like, because we were supposed to go, I think last year or the year before last, and he kept getting pushed or something kept getting in the way. And I said, as soon as you come here, bro, you'll understand. And it's the same thing with Jalen. It's the same thing. And I even, with my girlfriend, I was really trying to get her to come and bring her daughter. And I mean, there's a different reason why she couldn't show up. That was her personal, but she's super dismissive of it. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's cool. Like, I'll get there one day, and you know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, you don't understand. Like, this ain't, like, just because you don't identify as a nerd, the importance of the event is not even really about that. It's just about being around your people, everybody chilling. It's mad love. And it's just like people be talking about they want a social atmosphere. I want to make new friends, or it's like, this is a place where you can make friends of every type, older people, younger people, like, you know what I'm saying? It's mad culture. It's so much of our culture. It's overwhelming to a certain extent, for real, if you're not ready for it. You know what I mean? And I was like kind of thinking God before. I was like, man, I really took Fame and Jalen through a kind of con buildup. You know what I'm saying? Because J1 Con was kind of small, and then Baltimore Comic Con is huge, but it's just different. It's a different culture. You know what I'm saying? And then we kind of maneuver into this. It's kind of like, I think Baltimore Comic Con gives you an idea of scale of like, this is what cons are like when you're dealing with the whites. It's like this. And and like even Dragon Con is Baltimore Comic Con times 6. Like that's how big it is. It's so massive that it encompasses like 4 major hotels and they all have 50 floors apiece. It's crazy, like how much stuff is out there. But anyway, back to the point of BlurCon. I love that they've been BlurCon has been very strategic about bringing in special guests that bring in people that may not be nerds. Like you might be a Redman fan, may not feel like you're the biggest nerd, but then you'll come to see Redman and go, damn, I am like this. I saw so many that was in bunny outfits and you know what I mean? Like I was like, oh, all right, yeah, people getting it. And then to even just be around and eat the food and meet new people, it's just so much, bro. So like this year to me was much bigger than previous years. And I definitely wanted to shout them out for that. I definitely feel like there was way more, not saying that it was necessary, but this year was a lot more security. There were a lot more event staff that were helping out, which I thought was super important. Having people that you could talk to get information and stuff like that. And it was a lot of other cons at the con. So like if you wanted other black cons to attend, they had tables where you could go up and they would say, oh yeah, this is Atlantic Con or this is MomoCon, or they had tables where you can go get more information so you can go further down the nerdy rabbit hole. So like, man, it was definitely super, super fire. And I always love going to the vendors because the vendors have just so much dopeness, books and comics and, creations. There was a guy that made like props. Those statues. Yeah, like props.
I really want to go to his event. And he's from Baltimore.
Yo, can you send me his Instagram page so I can follow him? Yes. I need his Instagram page. Yeah, and I totally forgot about his event. You got to remind me, because I definitely want to pull up for him because I definitely want to statue. Yeah, I already told him that I'm going to commission him to do the BMP statues. I want one of each one of us. So, you know what I'm saying? The game is the game. So, yeah, I just thought that was really dope. And 2027 being blending two of Fame's favorite things, nerd culture and wrestling together. Yeah, I already know he's about to go super crazy. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I noticed you said something in the beginning. You was like, you've been having a hard time getting your girlfriend to come. So next year, she be coming to BlurCon 2027.
We'll see.
Okay,
we'll see.
Next year, I want to go all weekend. I'm definitely getting a room.
You're gonna go all weekend?
Yeah.
That's what I would actually like. I would like us to enjoy an actual con from beginning.
I want to go to the parties.
Yes.
Yeah, for real. Oh God.
Parties, some social events. I definitely want to hit some panels. There's a bunch of panels I want.
Fully dressed up too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like I mean, I love doing the work and doing the interviews and walking around and stuff like that. But I really would enjoy just enjoying the con. Yeah, like kicking it with the homies and like get into an RPG game or play some Cyberpunk on location, or I feel like that would be super fire. And get drunk somewhere and fall asleep.
Yeah.
And Sloan is mad quiet right now. Sloan, why are you so quiet, bro?
He missed the con, bro. You're not happy about it.
Is that what it is? Come on, bro.
Nah, more than anything, it's just what's his name? Oh, something that stuck with me with Redman was when he was talking about how he's like, there's no judgment, so forth and so on. But it's like, well, I want to think about what I really do want to believe that my first introduction to this con was because of the con goers being just that. I can send you the video later on. So for me, I'm kind of conflicted. It does look fun. It does look nice, but it's like because I'm the kind of person where it's like if I don't know how to describe it. It's troubling to me. It's like that first memory being so. It was hurtful to me because I thought it would because I heard about it that same day and I thought it would have been a place I would like to go. But once but finding out they were bullying somebody just for existing, I found it kind of hurtful kind of thing to myself as someone who has been bullied just for existing. So I'm just, it's like,
but
Well,
you have to go to find out. Now, isolated events can happen anywhere around the world, bro. They can happen in your own home, from your own parents. Second you stumble, what in the hell you got on? So you have to just believe that if you want to keep going somewhere positively, it's gonna meet you there. That's it. No matter where you go, don't let nothing scare you from. Man, I attended a KKK rally in my day, but you know that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, and I promise you that environment is very curated to keep that type of energy out. That doesn't mean that people don't walk up to the hotel, but the moment you start displaying stuff like that, you get checked quick.
I think
you know what I'm saying?
the incident.
Hold on, one more thing before you jump. Is that like there are literally thousands of people cosplaying at one time? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like somebody picking you out and saying what about you, like when there's you literally can't throw a rock or even turn around without seeing somebody else that's in outfits. Now mind you, there are some outfits that are pretty hilarious. You know what I mean? You're gonna get a couple giggles here and there, and I mean that's the game, but that's just it. Like if you have a cosplay that might be not as up to par, or it might be a little inconspicuous, like what is this? I mean, it's gonna be, but it's gonna be out of love and not out of I hate you and I wish you weren't here type of thing. Like that's not the energy at all. But go ahead, Jamie.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you were referring to the incident that happened with the white young lady who won the cosplay competition. Jaden?
Yeah.
And it's really unfortunate, and I really hate that happened because that can deter people from wanting to come. But I don't think, there were white people there. There were people of different races. Obviously, it was more Black people than anything. And so I don't think that, the intent behind the con itself and the people that came up with the con and the majority of the people that attend, I would like to think that they're not trying to cast out people that, just want to be a part of the culture or, but there are some people that feel like they're gatekeepers and they feel like, oh, this is our space and, this is a safe space for us. But those people, it's small-mindedness. And so there's going to be people like that everywhere, of course. But I think that, it's just important to show up and just get your own experience because everybody's experience is going to be different.
For sure.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. And there are a lot of people that are mega, mega sensitive, and there are other people who aren't. So, like, I've seen people make big issues out of very slight moments that I be like, damn, that person didn't mean that, or somebody might have taken something out of context. But anyway, I saw you drop the video into the joint. I'm gonna check it out, and then I can clip up some elements and then bring it in for next week so that we can talk deeper about it. But yeah, like all in all, this is my second BlurCon, super positive experience for the second time. I can positively tell you that the second time made me want to come back a third. You know what I mean? I think Fame and I were talking about, man, I wish they would do like lifetime membership so I could just go ahead and yeah, what you need $2,000? Look, let me put this on a payment plan and go ahead and pay this off so I be there every year. I one of the things that I definitely was disappointed about is I didn't get a lanyard. They just gave us these little bracelets that said press on it. And I was like, man, I wanted my goddamn lanyard, man. I was mad I didn't have one.
Like, paying customers only.
Yeah, paying customers. I was like, I might need to. Yeah, man.
Boo. Man. We don't like it. Boo.
I don't trip. I'll pay to get mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I
stole my daughter's.
Yeah, I collect them every year. I collect all of my lanyards, so I wanted to keep that. So I'm sorry, Jalen, did you want to say something before we move on?
No, I think that's really all I had to say.
Okay, one last video, and then we get into our comic book of the day.
15 years before the Imperial Walkers of Star Wars graced movie screens, their strange, real-life inspiration gets its start in a government lab.
In the mid-1960s, the U.S. military is looking at tons of potential conflicts. The jungles of Vietnam, deserts in the Middle East, maybe even the moon. And they need vehicles that can really work in any type of terrain.
For an outside-the-box idea, the military turns to a mechanical engineer from GE named Ralph Mosher.
So he builds something called the CAM, the Cybernetic Anthropomorphous Machine. And everybody else calls this 11-foot behemoth the walking truck.
In the field of robotics, this is one of the earliest legitimate attempts to mimic the walking motions of a four-legged animal.
In the late 1970s, the production team working on the Star Wars sequel, Empire Strikes Back, want some sort of Imperial super vehicle that can attack the Rebel stronghold on the ice planet Hoth. They turn to conventional tanks that are being used at the time, but they just don't seem right. They're a little bit dull, drab, and mundane.
And then they come across an artist rendering of this four-legged walking truck. And they decide that a similar robot monster would be a lot cooler.
Yo.
That's it. Where can I hear more? Because that you can't stop right there.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's so wonderful to see where inspiration comes from when people are putting together these huge projects. So you're creating Star Wars. Like, if you watch any documentaries about Star Wars, you will find out that the original script has nothing to do with the thing that we saw on screen. Like, it was probably 8 different drafts between the first draft, the Star Wars that they got the budget for, and what actually ended up on screen. You know what I mean? There was no intergalactic war. It was really about it was like some acid dream from another planet type vibe. And to see how it morphed from what it was to what it is now is so beautiful. Also, there are technical choices that make the film grander and bigger. Even the choice to not do a tank and to do some walking monstrosity just made the movie so like, what am I seeing right now? Like,
makes it more memorable.
Yeah, it makes it more memorable. It drew you in, and then to see the spaceships flying around it and all of these different things, beautiful, crazy. So yeah, with that being said, did y'all have anything else y'all want to say before we move on?
I need the rest of that video, sir.
I'll figure it out and let you know.
Yo, I'm coming on strong like I'm bursting through the page. Got that comic vibe, heroes rise, I'm ready to engage. Thoughts are heavy, but my mind's a canvas, painted bold with the rhythm in my soul. Watch the story unfold, fighting battles with my words like I'm spinning.
All right, go ahead.
So our comic book of today is Static Batman Beyond. This is a series that's been a long time in the making and was like just released maybe a couple of weeks ago. And basically, this takes place in the Earth M timeline of milestones, of like the whole Milestone Returns universe. But they kick it forward into the time where Terry McGinnis is Batman Beyond. So basically, all you need to do to catch up on like the lore of Milestone, it's just read everything from the Milestone Return universe to understand. But it's really interesting because we get to see Static as a veteran and him more of a seasoned superhero, scientist, and like member of his community. We get to see him do stuff like try to elevate the planet into like a more cosmic scale because the Justice League and other members been trying to like get approval from like the Council of Planets because they want resources to help them stop the planet doing their slow death kind of thing. Because like it makes sense, the Earth will be becoming stagnant by this point. Meanwhile, everyone else is prospering. So he's spearheading the whole operation with his own intellect, creating an energy source using the same juice that turned him into a Bang Baby, and that becomes like the basis of the entire story. We get to see him do stuff like create an entire school for the metas of the Dakota universe. We get to see Rubber Band Man, so forth and so on. And then I feel like one thing I find really interesting is the fact that there's this kid who's trying to protest the way the city is now. And also he doesn't like the idea of like quantum juice being basically the power source of a city because it's a substance that can mutate you. But the thing is, he gets so wrapped up in what he wants and not think about the grand scheme of things. Things end up going awry, and he ends up becoming the thing that he was trying to stop from happening. And so if you're looking for a cool sci-fi series and looking for more static content to uplift, this is definitely for you. And again, the art is absolutely amazing. The same guy who did Static Season 1 did this. He's my favorite artist on Static right now, just in general, because I feel like he finds a way to blend anime and comic book styles. But just I feel like instead of just going on DC Infinite, y'all gotta buy this comic book. Midtown Comics sell these in various covers. Another thing, and it's because of my boy JP Penumbra, I hope I said his name right. But one thing he brought up is the fact that a lot of people said they wanted static content, but they almost never pay for it. Because this book, he said he actually had the numbers and said that this book was pirated more than it was actually bought. But you can imagine the same people who will pirate it will say, "Why don't we have a static movie? Why don't we have a static show? Why don't we have more stuff in static?" It's like because these companies speak in money. And the only time you give them money is when someone like you someone that looks like you is on the front cover, unfortunately. Unfortunately. That's just the way it is. They'll give money for Batman. They'll give money for the Absolute Universe. They'll give money to Viz Media when they'll depict us with sausage lips and jet black skin, but they won't give money to a Milestone, which I find crazy. So go pick this up. Make sure these artists and these writers are giving the money. And also there's another comic book out called The New History of DC called New History of DC, The Dakota Incident. Yes, it actually is going to a second reprint. So the work that me and other content creators have been pushing to get that book sold, it paid off. So we want to try to sell it out again. Pick up that book. It's amazing. So that's my comic book for today.
I like the graphics on this joint. Superman was looking like Omni-Man. I was like, he like that gray around the edges like that. That's kind of fire.
That's a fact. That's a fact. All right, man. It's we are hour and 46 minutes in. That means it's time for us to get up out of here because that means we get less than 15 minutes to prep for Baldur's Gate. So let's get these shout outs going. Jalen, you know what I'm saying? Ladies first.
Shout out to you guys. Shout out to everybody who watched us today, everyone who subscribed to us, everybody who is buying merch. But yeah, stay nerdy.
Sloan.
Shout out to my boy, Kaida Kun. I need to ask him how to pronounce his name.
You call him a coon? Oh my god!
No, it's gotta be Kadukin. It has
Kadukin.
Yeah,
I need to ask him.
Kadukin. It has to be.
Anyway, shout out to my friends Kadukin and Pandemonia. Shout out to y'all for having me on the podcast and allowing me to talk about these comic books that no one wants to talk about, but say they want. They know who they are. Luckily, it ain't y'all. And shout out to the Milestone Media for creating Static and for creating Milestone Returns and being able to create them Dakota Incident. And I hope they stay along way longer, and I hope they eventually get the respect they deserve and people support them out of legitimate support and not just wanted to spite current trends, because I feel like a lot of people like to do that nowadays. So shout out to them.
Bang, kick it off.
Shout out to Sweet Baby Jesus, of course. If you guys have not been over to bbcmerch.com, this is where you can grab this nerdy hat. We got the hats over there, right? We better. This mug, this beautiful, beautiful mug. I don't know why I just picked it up. These amazing hoodies that feel so good. If you're in the state of Maryland, you can get everything dropped off to you if you order. So make sure you guys are getting it. And shout out to y'all. Shout out for coming through as always. And we're gonna give a big shout out and some prayers to Jalen Texas coming in a little bit earlier because I know a few people that already got them. So let's make sure we get that. Shout out to Champagne for coming through. Again, it's the second week. We miss you. Keep coming through. Can't wait to see you. And I'll definitely be there at the celebration. And shout out to Riley who's telling me it's time to eat. So I gotta get ready to go.
All right. I just want to say shout out to the entire squad. Shout out to all of these cons that have been opening up their doors to us and giving us space so that we could continue to grow our platform and the network and do big things and create content. Shout out to everybody in the chat, Kadukin, you know what I mean? Shout out to definitely big shout out to Champagne for tapping in. Shout out to the young lady, Pandemonia. Shout out to Pill and everybody else. There were a few other people. I can't see everybody at this time. But yo, make sure y'all keep tapping in. We're putting in a ton of work. Yo, go over to the Patreon. Sign up on the Patreon for free, bro. Look, we put free content up there and we put paid content up there. So there should be no reason why you shouldn't be a part of our community. We are continuing to build our community together and we want you to be a part of it. So look, taking a couple of seconds ain't going to hurt nothing. And if you decide you want to drop a few coins, you already there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about nothing. So we love y'all. We will check you later. Don't forget, Jalen's got content dropping every week. Fame's got content dropping. We've all got stuff going on. Don't forget to follow our guy Sloan. We love y'all. We check you later. 8 p.m. sharp. We are going to be right back here for Baldur's Gate 3.
Here comes them black nerds. Sloan's on with big words. Kate slap makes us all smile. Jay's little stones every single time. Fame's kinda like a mastermind. While Jay is one shows up every single time. Yeah. Powers unite, go to bring the fight. Cases is Black Nerd Podcast winning all the fights.